Hi, and thanks for watching. I decided to revisit some of my videos and redo my very first video I ever did. Just got a new little point and shoot Sony camera for about 200 bucks and thought I'd see what kind of video it takes. And what better thing to do than to go back to my first video and talk about clothing essentials. Now, I'm a real believer in the 3-layer system. It gives modular abilities. You know, if you have one thing break, you have backups. But it's really important that you have a good next to skin layer that is warm and wicking, you know, allows some of the water from your perspiration to get off. Some clothing for actual bushing around in, and a shell. You know, now this is designed for a climate that's going to be around 20 below zero. You know, so this is a lot more winter, bushwhacking, hunting, things like that. And I want to talk about some of the things that I've used and why it's outperformed the competition. So I'd like to start with my base layer. And I've tried smart wool, and I do love merino wool when I'm in town, you know, but as far as base layers, these synthetic, the Patagonia capulines, are just incredibly well made. Used these on the Pacific Crest Trail this year. Saw a lot of other people wearing the exact same thing. These are the Capuline 3s. They do make a Capuline 4, but honestly, I've never had it be that cold that I really needed it. I always get the zip top. The zip top allows a lot of ventilation. It's amazing what a difference it makes. Not quite as good as like pit zips or something. But for your base layer, being able to do that and hold it away from yourself, you know, like this, and actually just air yourself out a little bit can be incredibly useful. So I used the Capuline 3 thermals, very happy with them. Had some smart wool thermals, they didn't last. They got runs and tears and they fuzzed up. So as far as my normal hiking clothing, this exact pair of pants was with me through my entire length on the PCT. As you can tell, they are a little worn down, but for what they've been through, I mean, these pants went through hell and back. These are the Mountain Hardwear, and they're Canyon cloth. Their Canyon cloth is UPF 50, completely protective, extremely abrasion resistant, and when I first got them, they beaded water quite well, though now they're just worn beyond the point of doing that. But I carry a shell, so I don't really mind. One of my favorite things about these pants are the hemmed up drawstrings on the base. And what that allows is when you're in just a quick river crossing where you don't necessarily want to take your clothing out, you just pull your pants up, cinch them down, cross you go and let them back down, you know. They are quick drying though, and I wear these a lot in like light snow and stuff without a shell. They always dry off quite well. So really happy with them. Built-in belt, tricot lined, really comfortable. As for my shirt, this is actually REI brand, and I seldom buy bargain kind of stuff. But I've tried the Mountain Hardwear version. I actually like these better. This is the Sahara Technical. It is UPF 50. It's extremely lightweight, extremely breathable. I own several copies of the same shirt. I got them on the sale for $16. Great shirt, lined, vented in the back, and basically any little button-up shirt will do. But was really happy with those, and for the price, you really can't beat it. You know, I do have the Mountain Hardwear version with the vents all along here, and actually I get quite chilled in it often. So, been very happy with that. Now I take a little more insulation up top, as I think most of us would, and I have the North Face Denali fleece. This is a 300 weight fleece, which is a lot more than anybody's gonna need. I do live in a cold climate, and I would like to stress I work outside 8 to 10 hours at a time outside in the winter. So for me, you know, I'm not doing this for just, you know, a couple of hours and then coming in. I have no way to warm up if I get cold. So is that overkill? Yeah, it probably is. But I've had this for about a year and a half. It's held up extremely well. I think that the nylon is in the perfect places for pack and where you're leaning and stuff. I climb in and out of manholes, so it has this here, which has helped me a lot, you know, when I'm climbing against the road getting out. And that leads me quickly to my shell. I'm a big believer in Arc'teryx. I've owned lots of blue jeans. When I'm climbing out of the manholes, the blue jeans or any pants that you wear scrape against the road, and a pair of jeans is going to last you about 2 weeks. I mean, that's all the more they're going to last. I've had a lot of other shell pants that just didn't hold up, frog togs and stuff. Just don't waste your money. Arc'teryx is a lot more expensive, but I've used the crap out of them, and they're just exceptionally well made. Talking quickly, these are the Beta AR pants. Full length waterproof zip all the way down. Kevlar insteps. And the Kevlar instep is really great when you're going against the ladders and stuff, and when you're grinding against stuff, as well as bushwhacking and things like that. They're just really strong, really well made. And a full gaiter. You know, fully lined gaiter on the inside as well. So I put these inside my boot, these outside my boot, cinch the whole thing down, and You know, I'm weatherproof right up to my knees in snow, never had a problem. They're articulated, gusseted, everything. They have dual layer across the ass end and around the knees. So this is a Gore-Tex Pro Shell, so 3 layers and then it's 6 in those places. Not all Gore-Texes are equal. A lot of different kinds and made by the Gore-Tex company, but the Gore-Tex Pro Shell is their best. It's 3 layer, it's extremely breathable, extremely well made. It is a lot heavier than Bush Purpose is. So my typical pair of pants, Frog Togs, won't last but a couple days, but you know, you wear a pair of blue jeans, they're going to start getting holes in about 2 weeks. These I used all last winter, every day I wore them, still holding up strong, couple of minor scuffs. The water repellent is worn off of them, but they're still completely waterproof. Going into a top shell, I wear this a lot too. I keep it a lot cleaner, obviously. And this is the Arc'teryx Theta AR. Again, it's the Gore-Tex Pro Shell. Pretty much exact same materials, but it's a longer length, parka length. That's the longest coat they make, so I'll take it, a little bit extra protection. Waterproof pit zips, waterproof pockets, everything. Just been extremely happy with it. Not much to add for this that isn't already said about the pants. Extremely durable, extremely well made, extremely expensive. You know, and that said, I did want to talk a little bit about a budget alternative. You're talking about maybe $400 for these and $400 for these. You're talking about a $1,000 rain suit. Now for me, I work a technical job outside all day in the winter. I live in a climate where it's going to be 10 below, 20 below, and I have to be out there for 8-10 hours at a time. So $1,000 rain suit was an investment for me for my job. Granted, I also use it bushwhacking. Talking about some bargain stuff, let's take it a step down and look at Mountain Hardwear, a completely respectable brand. And this is the Mountain Hardwear Typhoon Jacket. It is Gore-Tex. It's Gore-Tex Pack Light. It's not going to be the Pro Shell. I got this for $105 at REI. Excellent price. Pit zips, waterproof pit zips. Extremely lightweight, weighs 8.5 ounces. Completely waterproof, doesn't breathe as well, and isn't going to hold up. But I wore this on the Pacific Crest Trail and had it in my bag. And the several times that I did need to use it, it did its job great. For the weight, was very happy with it. Not a lot of features, you know, really basic. So, it does have venting pockets. So if you start to stifle up in it, you can let your pockets out. And the inside of that is going to be a mesh that goes right into the jacket. Unlike this, which has a waterproof pocket with another layer of Gore-Tex underneath it. Really designed for much harder use. But, you know, very affordable. At $100, you're going to be really happy. Mountain Hardwear, decent brand. It is short, you know. And then talking about pants, everybody loves these. These are Marmot. Marmot's an excellent brand. And these are the Marmot Precip. This is like an off-brand Gore-Tex. Completely waterproof, completely light. And these Marmot Precip rain pants, for light use, are 100% waterproof. You know, they're not going to be water resistant. They're going to hold anything out. It's not a full-length zipper. It's neither a waterproof zipper. But I got these for $70. They work really well. Very happy with them. You know, the problem with them is they're just not going to hold up to bushes and branches and brambles and things against your legs, but you're going to need a lot more. I think you could get away with the Pro Shell pants and a pack-light top, like I did for most of last winter. But on the bottom, I think if you have the extra money to spend, I really think that some Pro Shell pants are going to pay off a lot more. So moving on from that real quick, I just want to talk about a couple accessories. As far as socks, I believe in the old school big thick wool socks, but I always wear some toe socks as a liner underneath. Personal choice. Tilly and Durables, they make the nice hats that everybody wears. Tilly and Durables have a sock that have a 3-year no-hole guarantee. You know, for 15 bucks, great pair of socks. As far as a toque, Mountain Hardwear makes a windproof, thermal pro, etc. toque, but it doesn't breathe very well, and I really wasn't that happy with it. I went back to merino wool. Now I wear this about 7 hours a day. I don't wear it in the afternoons, but every day for a year I've been wearing this for, you know, 5 to 7 hours a day, except for the hottest of the summer, and was really happy with it. 100% merino wool, stretch knit. You know, for the price, it really lasted, unlike the Smart Wool bottoms, which just pretty much peeled and shredded. For a scarf, geez, there's no reason to, but I have the Arc'teryx scarf. It is Thermal Pro. Big difference between Polartec Fleece and Polartec Thermal Pro. A lot warmer, a lot more compressible, a lot more lightweight. Does not breathe like a wool or something like that would, you know, and I do have wool scarves, but they're just not warm enough. It's cold enough to need this. I'm not worried about breathability, you know, because I'm not going to be perspiring. So, as far as gloves, I wear Grando gloves. These are made by DuPont, excellent company. You know, they have a titanium foil around the outside, 6-layer of insulation. They have different articulated pockets, no insulation in the hooks of the hands to allow better movability. Gauntlet style, come all the way up, can cinch down over your coat. You know, extremely movable. And a lot of them have the hand warmer pockets. These hand warmer pockets actually go inside and underneath the insulation layer, which I've not seen in any other gloves. So these are goat skin, 6-layer of DuPont insulation, which of course you know how I feel about DuPont. And that's what I wear. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you got something out of it.